Hey guys, it's Monkey Man and welcome back to the channel. And today I've got a special video for you guys. This is the Final Fantasy 15 Batch 2 review and ranking. So yeah, you guys probably been waiting for me to put this video up a bit sooner, but I was waiting for my green screen to come back. It didn't come back. Long story short, got to do the video about a green screen. Let's get into it, right? So first of all, the Batch 2, in my own personal terms, I was unable to roll anything. I only had one roll though. As a free-to-play player, it is really hard to roll on certain banners, especially because currency and free summon tickets, that's not really something that we get a lot of. And yeah, so pretty excited about the current batch, but it's not as impressive as the first batch was. I'm about to get one-shotted right now. GG, get wrecked. Didn't have the life orbs I needed for haste then. But that's good because now I can concentrate on the task at hand. Yes, let's get straight into it. Batch 2. Overall, less impressive than Batch 1 in terms of raw power. And that's mostly because one whole card is wasted due to the fact that we don't have access to the monk ability. Monk class, sorry. And it is a monk ability. But, in my honest opinion, that card is the best card in slot at the moment because we haven't got much monk cards coming out when the first monk class drops, so that card is going to be OP for a long time. That being said, though, there will be a lot more better monk cards in the future, but that's one of the better monk cards, so that makes it kind of like a good pickup if you're looking into the future of the game. So Iris is going to have a average ranking based on the current meta, the usefulness of that card, so she's going to be ranked differently than what I personally would think that she is. Like, I would try and roll for her personally because of how useful she is in the long run. But when I go down into the rankings and the review of the cards, I have to be unbiased and talk about their usefulness and what you can actually do with the card. So let's get straight into it. Let me pop up the data. Yes, and Gladios, Final Fantasy 15, mate. I said this in a previous video. If you guys watch my live streams, you know I've already been talking about this. I already said Gladios looks like the #1 pick of Batch 2. And that's mostly because it is the most niche and most useful ability card out of the 4 cards. This card is very, very powerful, but for a certain type of player. Basically, it is a tank's most beautiful dream. It is the tank's most strongest arsenal. It's a card you want to take with you into multiplayer if you're a tank player, because this literally takes 2 slots and combines them into one. First of all, it is AoE. It is AoE. So AoE with Earth attack and a AoE provoke. So it attracts all the enemies' attention really good, because so far all we have is the FFRK taunts that just do single target taunts. This already smashes all those taunt cards in one single blow. That being said, it is hard to roll for, as most cards are in this banner. The drop rates are just abysmal, but this card will already be better than those taunt cards. Add on top of that, Curse, AoE Curse. This takes out D-Barrier Jar, like the Moogle card, out of the picture. You no longer need to worry about that card. This card is seriously the best contender for a tank player. Like, it is a great tank card, and I've always said this. And the stats on it, itself, oh my god, I remember it was pretty high in attack and break. Yeah, see, in the 4-star form, which is all we have at the moment, it'll be 1600 attack with 920 break. That's really well balanced. It's really good amount of break, really good amount of attack. You're very useful. The only thing that has the only issue with it is the 2-turn cooldown, and that's because it is a taunt after all. But if you look at the FFRK cards, the taunts take 4 turns of cooldown. This is 10 times better, guys. Definitely, in my choice, and unbiasedly, this is the best card in the batch. And even the Japanese ranking at 94 out of 100 put it in first place, even in their current meta, which is way down the track with a lot more cards in the pool. This took the cake of this batch too. So Gladios, the first card in the batch, the best card to roll for. Let's go to Ignis. This card, I didn't have much good things to say about it, but from what everyone's told me, it is actually one of the better cards in the batch. I didn't really look at it. I didn't understand why there was, a major card that could be good, but the raw power of this card is insane. So it has an AoE attack with multi-step overkill, so that's just broken as hell. In its stat-wise, it is at 1,380 attack at a 4-star level, and that's a multiple. Like, it's pretty broken, especially when it can hit multi-strike overkill, I think it was. Yeah. So at that point, it's pretty broken. Like, I just... It has some cool things about it. It definitely has some cool things about it. If you read into what the batch is, Scorpion... By the way, if you guys haven't, played the Scorpion Sting event tower, it is insanely awesome. I've been loving the hell of it. So... yeah, just confirm that it is multi-strike overkill, which means it does do a huge amount of damage. So if you have a mage class that has the fire attribute and has enhancement to fire, this card's going to be great for that. I don't think at the moment many mage classes will benefit from it though. I'm pretty sure the black mage is going to benefit from it because it has a 50% increase or something to all elements that it has. So fire, wind, water, or earth, I can't remember which one it is. But yeah, so it's going to be a good card for mages. It got ranked in the Japanese version as 93 out of 100, putting it in second place in their meta. But on our, for our, I guess, our global meta, with the amount of classes we have available to us now, I'm going to say it's going to be third place for my ranking. Third place for sure. But as soon as we have more mage classes that are a bit more OP and higher damage, it's going to be pretty broken. So it's second, third, you pick and choose if you want it or not. It's very niche. There's not a lot of mage players at the moment, but mage will come to rise in the future. Mage doesn't stay abysmal for long. There are going to be some really broken mages in the future, and the classes we get to roll for are going to be super fun and super good. So definitely it's third place for me, but it's all up to your own speculation. Next up, we got Iris. So much potential in Iris. This card is literally a easy break if you play the monk. So it has a multi-stage hit with I think break up and attack power up. I can't remember exactly. We're gonna have to refer to the English translation. Yeah, so it has single target wind attack with taijutsu, which means ability is affected by attack and damages the break gauges. So it's like a cool extra monk ability that does some awesome break potential power. Like, it's crazy. So definitely good for monk. Gonna be 4th place for me though, as we don't have monk in global, so it could have easily taken 2nd place, but it's 4th place for me. And even in the future, in the meta, when there is more monk cards to roll for, they've only given it 90 out of 100, which is still pretty high for a monk card, but it didn't reach the highest rating out of all the other cards that were available in this batch. So basically this was the least important to Japan as well. So I think it's safe to say it deserves to be in 4th place, but at the same time, because of the global meta, when we first get monk, anyone with this is going to be breaking like no tomorrow for monk. So this is actually going to be a top pick for our meta. So if you look at longevity, I'm going to say 4th, but if you want to be the best monk possible and you're going to roll for monk, grab it. And finally Ardan, which I put in 2nd place, but probably deserves to be more or less in like 3rd, 4th place, but I gave it 2nd place because it is literally like a Noctis Warp Strike, but in dark. It's pretty good. It's well balanced card. It does everything you need to do, but in a dark element. So it's very well balanced attack and break power, just like in the Noctis Warp Strike, and then it has the multi hit, so it does the 2 attacks and it does that break damage up boost, and then it gives you that dark element all back. Very good. It's basically the Noctis Warp Strike of this banner. So in essence, this banner does look in a way better because this is the 2nd best card. The Noctis was the 1st best card of the last banner, and this is basically the same card but in a different element. Though the only reason this is 2nd is because Gladios is just such a niche card that just makes or breaks a tank class's ability to do well in multiplayer. So that's the only reason I've ranked this as 1st. If you are not a tank player, do not regard this as an important pick from the batch. If you do want to plan to play tank in the future or play competitively in the multiplayer scene, and help out really well and do the 4-star clears straight away when they pop up and the 5-star clears straight away when they pop up, then you might want to look at this. This is a really good card. It's the most niche and most useful card in the whole batch, in my opinion. But Ardan takes the 2nd place. If you're not looking at being a tank, he would easily take 1st place. It's a pretty good card. Ultimately, the banner itself would have been perfect if they released Monk now as well, and then I would have celebrated the fact that Monk was released as well. But yeah, I don't know. They're just, I think they got lazy with global. I think the marketing team really messed up big time. You guys know this. I don't want to keep saying this, but I'm still waiting for those exclusives, bro. They got promised to me back in the Titus banner, I think 5 months ago, and I've never seen one global exclusive yet. So I'm waiting for it. Hopefully it comes. Right now they're just rehashing Japanese stuff, and they're fast tracking it to us to just, you know, grab more money while there's still players. I don't know what I don't think they're planning into the future. The marketing is legit looking like they're going into receivership, kind of like really being desperate. And that's not a good sign from the marketing team. But I'm going to stay away from the marketing team. I'm here for the fun. You guys, if you like my advice, if you like my information, please thumbs up the video. Subscribe to my channel. I'll be posting more videos as frequently as I can on the Mobius game. And if you have a differing idea of the cards, or if you have one that you prefer to be first, if you think that Iris deserved first place, even though Monk isn't out, just say it in the comments, bro. This is a free for area. You can say whatever you want. I won't judge. I will just take it on board and understand where you're coming from. And you know, always read the comments, because sometimes I change my mind in the comments and I'm like, maybe you're right. Maybe this is that. Blah blah blah. Doesn't really happen that often, but I would do it. All right, thank you guys for watching. This is me, Monkey Man. If you like the video, please subscribe to the channel and like it. Alright, I'll see you guys in my next video. Monkey Man out.